Haha, you guys always tell me that complaining to Roblox will get you absolutely nowhere. Every time I make a negative video, you tell me that I'm overreacting, that I'm over-exaggerating, that I'm just being dramatic, and yes, you are absolutely right. That is exactly what I do when I make these videos, but tell you what, for once, it's working. I don't know if this is Roblox listening to the community, or they themselves just personally also decided that the new group update was terribly ugly, but they've reverted or kind of changed some of the changes. I don't know. A couple days ago, I made a video about Roblox releasing a very ugly group update, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I initially made that video to be very dramatic as I possibly could be about a change on Roblox that I genuinely didn't care about because I don't really use groups anymore. I don't know. I still did truly think that it was ugly, and to be honest, it's not all that great at the moment. It's still not that much better.
Okay, and what do you want me to do about that?
But basically, one of the main changes they did to the whole group page thing was they turned all of the icons from being squares previously to now being circles, which wasn't that big of a deal. It was really the rest of the layout that made it super duper ugly. But now they have changed it not fully back to squares, but it's also not really circles anymore. The group icons are now somewhere in the middle of those squares and the circles because it's kind of squares but with rounded edges. And in my video where I was complaining about how ugly group pages now look, I actually did say that the rest of this layout would be a little bit better. It wouldn't look quite as ugly if they didn't change it to circles. Like, changing the icons to be circles by itself wouldn't have been that bad, but it was the fact that they changed the rest of the layout to be this ugly alongside the circles. It was just clashing and really not working. I said if they changed it back to the squares, it might have helped it a little bit. It might not have been so bad, and that is exactly what they have done. Even better, they have rounded the edges. This looks so much better. Okay, for some reason with my own group, it's still kind of broken. I mean, it's zoomed out, and I don't know if I'm just going insane and that's the way that it always was for my group icon, but I can almost see it in my mind previously that this is not how it looked. Maybe it was zoomed out, but I don't know. In my mind, I can remember it being zoomed in. Also, my second my biggest complaint in that video where I was talking about how ugly this is, the description of our groups was just really broken and laid out terribly, and you could tell that they changed it to be that and laid it out that way, reformatted our entire descriptions just to fit their new ugly layouts, and now it seems that they have also fixed that one, thankfully, because in my description, my about section, I've written some like tiny little rules about my group, and the way that they laid it out previously, I can show you a screenshot from my last video, it just really wasn't working. It didn't look like rules anymore, but then when I pressed more to see the entire description, it laid out correctly, so they knew exactly how it was supposed to be formatted. They just decided to ignore it, but thankfully that seems to now have changed to be normal, except the way that they've cut off my description before I press more, it now simply just says on my group, welcome to hell. That's all there is. To anybody that doesn't want to press more, we don't really have rules. I'm just welcoming you to hell. Still kind of annoying that the about section for some reason is above the about section. So we have the two different sections for about and store right here. That's completely fine, but the actual about section where my description of the group is above about. I don't know, it's really confusing. Still laid out really weirdly, still kind of a little bit ugly, but they are slowly making all of these different changes to be a little bit better. I doubt it's because of my video, but I will still sit here quite happily, quite gladly, and tell you that I am choosing to believe these new changes and these reverts were made just for me, because I hurt their feelings, okay, when I called the new layout ugly. So this right here is my official apology, but also not really. I lied, because I mean, at this point, I'm just happy it's a little bit less ugly than it was 24 hours ago. And hopefully in another 24 hours, it will be a little bit less ugly, and every single day they will keep making these teeny tiny changes to make it less and less ugly until one day, hopefully, finally, we will have a new group page that isn't quite as ugly. Okay. And if you want me to be truly 100% negative, I will say that I still don't like the way that these buttons look for the amount of members and also your current rank in the group. I think they are a little bit too circle shaped, like a little bit too rounded. If they matched kind of the square rounded thing as the icon, that would look a lot better. So that's my official suggestion. If Roblox is watching, if they want to make some more changes, because I'm still calling this ugly, please feel free to do so. Follow my suggestions always. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Roblox kind of fixing the ugly group update, but it's still a little bit ugly, but also a little bit less ugly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.